Facebook friends, it's Nicole at Junkin' Door Couture and More, where we don't do normal. Today we're going to go ahead and make this adorable little ornament man here. It's a snowman made from some Christmas ornaments, bulbs, and a hat, and then got some little bead work we can do, but I'll tell you other ways how we can make him also. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Be sure if you like this idea to go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channel if you could. Help me in my quest to get internet famous. Thank you so much. Let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this painted, and I'm just using some apple barrel white acrylic paint for that. So let's go ahead and speed things up and take some coffee to help us. Wait for that to dry. Let's go ahead and work on our ornaments. So this just came from Dollar General, or Family Dollar, I'm sorry, and it was a pack of 30 ornaments for $6, and I just pulled out the white ones for this. And the only thing I'm going to do is we're going to remove our little ornament hooks here, and I'm just going to use some needle nose, or I'm using these to remove it, but you can remove it, pull it out with whatever you have that'll fit in there, and they're simple enough. I'm just putting it in there and pulling them out. And then I am going to break one of them. And I'm just going to go in here and try and gently rip off this nub, for lack of a better word. I'm just trying to make a little hole there because I'm going to shove this next one into here. And do it carefully. You don't want to bend up your ornaments, but it will lock in there. I don't even need glue on that. It's in there. But for the next one, because obviously we have no holes left for the third piece, I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm just going to melt a hole with the tip of my hot glue gun. And it just melts, and because I need a bigger hole, I'm just going to use it several times, and you know, putting a hole next to the other hole just to make it a little bigger. You don't want it too big. You just want to be able to fit your other nub in there as snugly as you can. I'm just going around trying to see where I can make it a little more rounder. Make sure you can see what I'm doing in there. And I'm not pushing my leverage at all for I'm not using any hot glue. I'm just using the heat of the tip. So I'm just going to see if that's big enough. And again, I'm just trying to pop it in there. And now we go. We have our three pieces all together. Now I have used hot glue on this one, but actually I did pretty good on that. I think this is pretty solid. I'm not worried about it coming apart, so I'll leave it. Now that we have, that is still drying, let's work on our nose. For my nose, the only thing I used was a little corner of the foam sheet. And this is just foam sheet. You could use construction paper, you could use clay, you could use a foam noodle, like whatever you want, whatever you have available. You could even just paint it. I think this nose was a little on the big side, so I'm going to trim it down a bit. And I think that's a good size nose. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get our beads out. Now, on the one that I made, I'll show you that something that I didn't like. I can see my hot glue because I hot glued it on there. You don't see it so bad in here, but I don't like that. I'll try and get you a close-up picture to show you how you can see my hot glue. So I want to try and use, let's see, what's it called? Loctite on it. So let's see how that goes. And this was just a broken necklace, or I buy the broken jewelry at yard sales. I'm going to just put a piece of felt here so it doesn't roll around. And I'm trying to pick out different sizes. See, that's what I was trying to stop from happening. Because we're going to need 2 eyes and my tweezers. Did I pull them out? Here they are. Alright, so I know I want to use the bigger round ones for the eyes. 1, and 2. Or do I want to, let's see. Let's see which size we like, but I think that would be too big, so I do like that size better. I had 2. There it is, 1 and 2. And now we need the mouth. And those I use this size. These are more like little oblong pieces. So I'm just going to pull out the ones that I need, if I can get them to stay. And I notice there's 2 different sizes of those too. Like, see, this one's much bigger than that. So I want to try and keep them all uniform. I think 5 would be good for that. And here's our nose so we don't lose it. And that's our snowman face right there. Okay, so I want to try and see which side I want my face to be on because, alright, I'll show you on here. I kind of messed up. Like, this one had a bad spot. You see that circle right there? I didn't do that. It came that way. But when I put the face on, I put it on in the front. And so, lesson learned. Try and look for your pretty side. And I'm okay with, I think I like this side better. And the only reason being is I can see some connectors in there. Very little, nothing horrible. But just for that, I'll do it on the top. So I'm just going to get my Loctite here. Hope it works. Let's see. I'm just going to use this as a sample. Okay, it is working. And we're just going to put our eyeballs on. 1 and 2. And I'm hoping the Loctite works, because I genuinely do not know. Ah! Thought I was doing so good too. Let's try that again. I know it needs some time to set, so. Okay, so I had to use some hot glue on there because I did not like how the Loctite was holding it. I felt like it wasn't setting up fast enough. Okay. I'm just going to use the tiniest bit of glue that I can. Ah, that was not a good move. So much for sorting. Just goes to show, craft happens. Just got to keep rolling with it. I'm trying to pull out those smaller ones. You see our snowman's face coming together though. The tweezers were getting stuck in the hot glue, so I'm trying to just use my fingers here. I'm doing okay. One more, we should get it. Ooh. How cute is he? And then we could totally do little buttons on him too. One. I'm just using the smaller beads. 2. And one more. I got hot glue on my finger, so now I'm starting to stick the stuff. 3. And we have our little snowman there. Okay, now that I cleaned up my desk a little bit, I want to go ahead and decorate the bottom of my board here. Now, I didn't do anything on this one, but I just wanted to show you some ideas for it. What I have here is some deco ribbon mesh, I think they call it, or rhinestone ribbon. And I ordered this either off of Wish or Alibaba or something like that. And they have all different colors and sizes, and designs, and I just think that this is a wonderful little snowflake replica for it. I just think that adds a nice little bling down at the bottom. So I just wanted to show you a quick idea for that one. On this one, I am going to use this. So let's go ahead and get a piece measured and cut on out. So let's get some dunking in us. Edges decorated a little, and I'm not going to go higher up because I think it'll get lost up when I add some batting. And this is just some fiber fill that I got this from Walmart, a big old bag of it, and you just need a little bit because we're going to create the effect of snow in here. And I'm just going to literally put hot glue, and then I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm just going to layer this on top of it. I'm trying fill it all the way around, keeping it on the inside, tucking it in where needed. And you don't need a lot, because we're just trying to give the impression of some fluffy snow. And if you wanted to go all the way down on the edge here, you absolutely could. I'm just putting some hot glue on the edge, and I'll pull my snow down onto it. If you wanted to do another layer of pretties on there, by all means, this is where you guys can have fun. Ooh, put my finger right in that hot glue. Let's try that again. And as I do it, I do try to tuck it back in onto itself because I don't want it to be coming over my little plaque here. I want to keep it all centered. I'm just trying to pull some of it off my fingers. Okay. You can always go back through there and just cut it off. Alright, for our hat for our guy, now I am just going to put a whole bunch of hot glue right here in the center, and I'm going to push him into it. And that's how I attach him. Okay. For his arms, what I did is I just found these in my yard. They're just some sticks. And again, with my hot glue gun, I'm just going to use my edges while I push down so he melts into the glue at the base until that cools. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm making the hole for his arms. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Going around and around. This is a bigger stick. Oh, guess not that side. Oh, I was pushing too hard. I'm going to have to get another stick there. One arm shorter than the other here. But that's okay. I can find another stick outside. For now, we'll just do a quick fix. Hot glue fixes almost anything. Not really, but you get the gist. Let me let that set for a minute. You see our little guy here. Now for his hat, what we're going to do, this is an ornament. I bought this, I believe at Kmart last year for $1.97. Not Kmart, Walmart, I'm sorry. I'm just going to pull out the top of it. It's just a little ornament hook. We could absolutely remove all of the pretties on here, but I'm actually okay with these. And this one has a hole in it already, so I don't have to worry about it. This one did not have a hole. I did have to take a razor out and cut it in order to get it to sit on his head and not on his head. You know, I want it to look more natural, and this will sit more in there like that. So I'm just going to load this bad boy up with some hot glue in here, especially all on the sides here. I'm going to just put him on the head and wait for him to set up. And we have ourselves an adorable little homemade snowman. Ta-da! As always, if you like the ideas that I share to you, please be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, guys, see you later. Love you. Bye.